Hello everyone, and welcome to the Kaizo Mario World 2 finale. I have played the final stage blind, but today I'm going to play the final stage blind in somewhat of a different way. So here we go. As you can see, I have everything turned off except two of the background layers. I decided not to use the Gem Mario code after all, mainly for the reason that all it does is encourage me to make really bad references to Doug because it turns Mario green, and so in every practice run through this video I've gone, oh, he looks like Roger Klotz, and that joke really isn't appropriate for a final video sort of deal, so I kind of went ahead and didn't do it. But yeah, that's what goes through my head. Alright, I'm not ready to go through that pencil section yet. I'm actually doing pretty well so far. And as I say that, I walk off into the abyss. Also, I'm not using the map that Maxim gave me. I appreciate him trying to do that, but that would be cheating. Whoops. Okay. This part is kind of cool. Like, this level, played in the dark, is really just neat. I forgot I had to jump first. Here we go! Alright, we got past that. I think it's actually good that I released the blind run video first, just because of the fact that, had I not done that, you guys would be watching this with no clue of what I'm actually facing here. But now, especially if you watch with the map on the side that Maxim posted, and I'll probably post a link to that on the Google video if he's okay with it, so that anybody who is not a goon can see that map too. This way, you can see exactly what I'm facing in real time. Alright, I need to double short hop. Come on, this is doable. These swamps, oh yeah, I thought I should explain. The reason it's dark is because, well, remember how in Stage 8 I took out Bowser? Well, who's been paying the electric bill? Nobody. So they cut him off. The swamps don't really care because, well, frankly, they just kind of have to sit there and stomp when they feel Mario getting close. And despite having eyes, they don't really use them very much because all they can do is look forward at the player anyway. And their goal is to hit the players, so that, why would they care, you know? Okay, and now we're at the part of the level that is probably the hardest part. Just because it's so incredibly rigged. And that coin block is very frustrating to not hit. And there's just so many things I dislike about this level. I've tried to avoid singing just because there was some criticism in the thread about my singing, and I wasn't sure if it was serious or sarcastic or not. So I decided to take it as serious, and I think I might release a singing version of this as well, where I just make it into Kaizo Mario the musical or something. And I just sing through the whole video. That way, both sides of the crowd can have their fill. Oh, almost had it. So I'm trying to think of what I'm going to do to challenge myself after doing stuff like this. And I was thinking of trying to play through Super Mario World as Small Mario. That seemed like it could be fun. Overall, though, I've had a good time with this ROM hack. It's been a lot of fun. And so now I'm just doing the game's final challenge again, not being able to see very well. And it's been kind of interesting so far through this level. But not quite as frustrating because I know at least what's going to come. So I'm not doing this completely blind, and as a result, this is not as bad as it could be. So, unfortunately, this is not going to be the frustration-filled video sort of deal, at least not yet anyway, because no matter how many times I hit that coin block, I'm actually going to be okay. Kaizo has not outdone me this time. I learned the joy of living through my master. His name was Kaizo, and he taught me that if we learn to appreciate and value the simple moments in life, such as not hitting coin blocks, we will become happier and more enlightened people. And so far, I've found that what he says is very true. If you enjoy every moment that you're pressing buttons and not smacking into coin blocks, you'll be such a happy person. All you have to do is just get a feel for it and just really try not to take too much for granted in life, and you'll experience true joy. No matter how many buzzsaws are thrown at you, no matter how many charging chucks come bearing down on you, as long as you just try to enjoy the simple things in life, you'll be fine. And now Mario is gearing up for the greatest challenge of this level by jumping the gun way too much. And this part is still really hard. There's nothing that's going to change that. No amount of turning on or off background layers will change the difficulty of this part at all. It's just going to suck no matter what I do. So just please bear with me. Until then, I'm going to talk about what I thought of each level in retrospect. Stage 1 I thought was kind of funny. Like, the obstacles weren't all terribly hard when you're using save states, but what makes level 1 really stand out is just the fact that it's mean, and, you know, it just throws a lot of tricks at you, I guess is what I'm going for here. Whoops. Alright, so, level 2. Level 2 is kind of cool. I like the design of it a lot, even though it's mean. The main thing I have against level 2 is the fact that, basically, almost the entire level is auto-scrolled in some sense, and so there's not really much of a sense of freedom. It's really hard to do the level fast, and so even if you get good at the traps, it feels like you're just being controlled on how much time you can take. And that's not the most fun level in the world to me, but I like its design. Stage 3, I think, is really, really cool. I like the section where the guy is just drawing pictures and has all the piranha flowers. I think it's really, really fucking mean, but that's okay. I think what really makes that level for me is just the section where you have all the ropes right after the midpoint, and there are coin blocks on almost all of them, if not all of them. Highway to the danger zone. I only sang just now because that's what I was thinking. And this is really just one of those situations where I felt it was appropriate. Because if you look at it, this is a platform that overhangs where the Reznors kind of all chill. And there are piranha flowers and the cement blocks. And you just kind of have to make a run for it. And even when you get to the other side, you're still not home free. It's just as dangerous and terrible over there. So therefore, it is kind of a highway to a danger zone. And that's why I sang that song. Alright. Oh, almost had it. That would have been pretty cool. So yeah, I'm really thinking of playing Super Mario World as Small Mario, because that would be fun. I don't know if I'd actually do an LP of it or just do it on my private time. I know that there are a few levels that are actually impossible as Small Mario, so I'd have to kind of try and evaluate which ones I can do. Whoops. Okay, so that fireball is going to keep me from doing that just yet. Yeah, and the spikes there, that's no good. Yeah, I had to get rid of the piranha flowers that we can't see at the moment, but they're really there, I promise. And they're also really fucking mean. Alright. This is totally doable. Yeah, this part is really frustrating, but I'm gonna keep to it. I'm not gonna cheat and look. Whoops. Oh, wow. See, this is actually going to be a little tough because there's like one cement block and I can't see it. So I have to do that and get enough of the coins that I'll be able to finish this boss fight. And I have to do all that without falling into the lava. Alright, I'm trying to get them to aim the fireballs a little differently. But even if that doesn't work, I'll still be a happy man. Because I'm just the kind of guy who does not get depressed or frustrated too easily. Playing those blind runs was really frustrating, but that's about as bad as I'm gonna get. From a video game, anyway. There are more terrible things in life to be worrying about, right? War and poverty and running out of Quaker oatmeal, things like that. Whoops. Wow, doing this without seeing the Resners is really hard. Speaking of Resners, I just realized this room could be construed as a pun because, you're in a room full of Resners and you're trying not to get killed by 9-inch nails. I don't mean that as some kind of terrible groan pun. I mean it as I kind of realized this in my head just now, and I want you all to groan with me. Alright, we're making some headway in this fight. We're gonna do it. This fight's gonna be over before very long, and then it will be over. So over. So over itself. And then, no matter how many times Kaizo Man calls and is like, I want to get back together, I'm gonna be like, no, Kaizo Man, you totally aren't ready for this. I thought we were done. You know, you didn't answer my calls. You never even tried to write me or anything. So, no, this is over. I need this to be over for me, for my health. You know, I can't deal with this relationship anymore, Kaizo Man. It was fun while it lasted, but it's done. And I'm pretty sure that the Kaizo Man will hurt it first, maybe post an EN thread about it, but I think he'll grow beyond this. And if he does that, then that's what really counts. Whoops. Whoops. Okay. The Resner fight is fun. Here we go. Also, I remember commenting that they may have been making a Castlevania reference in my blind run video of this, because this place is called Akumajo. And in any case, what I'm thinking here is, does anybody remember fighting Resners in Castlevania at any point, ever? Because if you do, please let me know. I'd like to know. In fact, if there was anything that this seems like it would be even appropriately Castlevania-ish at all, I'd like to know. Because I've played a lot of Castlevania games, and I don't remember this seeming appropriate for a stage named after something from Castlevania at all. So I'm beginning to think that it might just be a coincidence, some kind of Japanese language thing that I missed. Oh well. You know, this is really just the most interesting boss fight. That's really all I can say about this boss fight, is it's interesting. Oh, almost had that. I'm gonna get these Resners. And their little dogs, too. Ha 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 ha, because I am the wicked Mario of the West. I actually really like this hack. I really hope they do make another one, because I will play that too. And no matter how much it frustrates me, I'm gonna have fun, because that's the way I do things. I just have fun. I find some way to keep it fun for myself, no matter how frustrating it gets. Whether it be talking into a microphone to a bunch of people that are going to be watching me on the internet later, whether it be turning off background layers so I have a harder time with it. I always find something that'll make this more enjoyable. I guess if I got really bored, I could try to play this in parallel worlds at the same time or something, but that just doesn't really seem like the best of ideas just yet. I don't think I've gone that crazy. Oh, come on. Is this doable? Nope, it's not. So I just have to be patient and hope I don't run out of time. But that's okay. If I run out of time, then that just means I get to do the video again and have more chance to practice. But actually, I don't think I'm going to run out of time because that was just me hitting the last Resonator, and this fight is over. And that's the game, everybody. I would like to thank everybody who helped me at all. I would like to thank everybody who participated. In particular, I would like to thank Roar because despite the fact that he had not officially signed up to be one of the LPers here, he actually took time, despite having LPs of his own to do, to come and do videos. I imagine he's going to finish out with stages 9 and 10, though if he doesn't, that's completely reasonable. And I'd also like to thank Duke of the Bump because not only did he take time to make a video, but he gave me a lot of advice on how to use Cam Studio and make my videos correctly synced, and help me improve. I like that was a lot of fun. Uh, I think that he and I work well together mainly because our style with each other is just to pick on each other, so it works well. And I'd like to thank everybody who posted in the thread, everybody who made comments, critiques, everybody who played through the game in private and suffered through the hack with us. And with that, I think I need to keep with Psychedelic Eyeballs tradition. So, going to take a moment here. Alright, here we go. We're back, and I'm going to delete Kaizo Mario World 2, and all I have related to it, because that way I'll be done with it, it will be gone, and my computer will be almost completely cleansed. And so here we go. Are you sure you want to delete these 20 items? The answer is yes. And with that, a new era has ended, and Kaizo Mario World 2 is done. Good evening, everybody. Have a nice ROM hack.